What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to the very next episode of WCW Thursday Night Thunder. Lots of stuff to get into tonight and today. Lots of factions, as we start moving through Wrestle Wars and we start getting in, some of the factions that have been eliminated now, they are moving on to the next thing. So we may be seeing some of that here tonight. What are their next steps? Which way are they going to be going? Why don't we turn down the echo on that while we're at it? But which ways are they going to be going and how are they going to be doing? Brand new month for everybody keeping track at home. It is October 1st, which means the subscriptions should be reset as far as the subscription giveaways. So that is another good thing. So we will get at least 5 more of those going out here in just a little bit. First thing we kind of want to do, though, is look at the match card. Obviously, we got Monica Monroe. If you are in the Discord, you can go into cause. You have seen Monica Monroe in there. Very particular about how she shares her cause. So got her in. She'll be making her debut here tonight. Paul the Thing, slightly different look, but going after the hardcore title. Milkman really been defending that a lot here lately. In the main event, Cruiserweight Championship on the line. We're going to let JP carry down both titles one more time. But this is looking like the title that we are going to be using. Big Show facing off against Jace to get everything started. Digital Dogs and GC Rock. Do not know what happened there, but we are going to fix that right now. They're going to be facing off in this match. No, there it is. There it is. Okay. They're both there. They're going to be facing off for the Money in the Bank briefcase now that that has been used. And the women here tonight, Bobbi, Hart, and Jade Cargill, going to be doing the same. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. How is everybody doing? Welcome in to the stream, Dragonaut, brother. Haven't seen you in a while. Your character has been doing a bunch of stuff here lately. Eagle Star, what is going on? Welcome to the stream, brother. Vipero, the current United States champion. Eagle Star, the current world champion right now. Sly Cooper Rocks and Carmelita. What is going on? Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I definitely need to watch that. I've been talking with some other content creators about possibly getting kind of a podcast going, at least between me and Solo. We'll see what happens with that. Temple, what is happening, brother? If you guys haven't subscribed to Temple, go check out his channel. Lots of stuff going on over there and in his Discord server. And speaking of Discord servers, before we even get everything going too far, we definitely got to put the invite into our Discord server. If you guys are wondering how to get involved, the Discord server is a pretty good place, especially if you're catching it a little bit later. What is going on, Sentinel? Welcome to the stream, brother. Brooklyn Jokers. Brooklyn Joker has one freaky character in this universe. Love it, though. So there we go. Message pinned up in the top for the Discord. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Oh, what is this? Right off the bat, Jace Wagner of D-Generation X waiting in the ring for the Giant. And we know that the Hulk Hogan and the Giant are the only two members of the NWO. But Hogan coming down, attacking the Giant. What is that going to mean? Does that mean maybe Hogan is out of the NWO? Or maybe the Giant is out of the NWO, and then is there an NWO? Maybe the NWO completely broken up here. So we'll have to keep an eye out on this moving forward. But right now, bigger fish to fry. Giant being attacked from behind. Jace getting started on the Giant. And even though Jace giving up a lot of size, Jace being the leader of DX 2.0, both the NWO and D-Generation X have both been eliminated from Wrestle Wars. So, what does all of this mean? And we don't normally see the big guys coming off the top ropes like that, but we are seeing it, obviously, here with the Giant right now. Jace might as well have been coming off the top rope. Look at the top of the Giant's head. Like, it's just above the second rope, so like Jace, every time he gets body slammed, might have been coming off that top rope as well, or might as well be. Because it is about the same. Jace now trying to get back to his feet. No titles are on the line. And something new that we're going to have coming up here shortly as well. 1, 2. We are going to be giving away awards. I paused for dramatic effect because we have never done it, but starting here in season 6, we are going to be giving away some in-game awards, not rewards, awards. Like the best big man in the game, we are going to have a tournament. The best light heavyweight in the game, the best heavyweight, the best super heavyweight, or best big man award. We will come up maybe with some names for those awards. The best cruiserweight. We'll go through and kind of look at the characters. We'll see the 8 people that are eligible in each single category, and then we'll have a tournament style thing. Won't be something that takes over the whole thing like it has in Wrestle Wars or like it has with King of the Ring. And this will be more of a, whoa, how high did Jace have to go up to grab that head? I'll give you a hint. The Giant is 7 feet tall, so had to go at least 7 feet 1 inch to get over the top of him and fly down like that. Now, can Jace get him up? He has him up, but he can't put it on him. The Giant getting out of it, almost being put in one of the most deadly finishing moves on the planet. We got TJ with the golden sledgehammer, and we have Jace with the Jace of Spades. And the Giant keeps trying to get a chokeslam in on Jace, and Jace keeps stopping it. So, that'll be very interesting, though, to see what happens, who can walk away in each season. It'll only happen one a season. Who is the big man award go out to in season 6? The light heavyweight. We'll have to come up with something for that, but we will come up with names. Now the Giant, 3rd time's a charm, finally gets it in on him. Chokeslam on Jace. Giant wisely pulling him back away, making sure that he can't get over to the ropes. 2, 3, and even though he got attacked, and in spite of being attacked by Hogan to start the match out, the Giant comes away the winner. Yeah, that will be the next title defense for Eagle. It will be against Sentinel again. Sentinel needing a little time to heal up, though. But what a crazy move. Like, if you think about it, absolutely unbelievable coming out and then letting, or going after Sentinel in the way that he did, knowing that Sentinel was injured. So, touche. Sentinel could have turned down every single thing until he got, like, every single challenge. He could have turned it down until he got healed up, except for the Money in the Bank. That can be cashed in at any time. So, with the Money in the Bank briefcase open right now, Digital Dog and GC Rock going after the Money in the Bank briefcase. Obviously worked out for Eagle, and Eagle didn't even use any underhanded tactics. Announced it at the beginning of the show, and that became the main event and took on Sentinel. Even though he was injured, he didn't try to cash in in the middle. He just head to head went and cashed it in and walked away the winner.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the Money in the Bank contract. Making his way to the ring, representing the Bikers from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 382 pounds, the WCW Underground Impact Champion, the Dog.
What is going on, Andre? Welcome to the stream, brother. Talking about the World Championship, Vipero. Sentinel was injured before that World Championship match. Sentinel was injured in the match that he won the world title, and the very next night, Eagle Star cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase and ended up beating an injured Sentinel to take the title. So when Sentinel heals up at the end of this 2 weeks, he will get another shot at Eagle Star for the WCW World Championship. What is going on, Blazed Radio? Welcome to the stream, brother. And guys, again, if you're watching it for the first time, you're brand new, you've never been here, you don't know how things work, go check out Blaze's channel. He does another thing very, very similar to what we do here, but different.
From London, England, weighing in at 311 pounds, the unrelenting GC Rock.
Now, you'll see in our universe, it is mostly made up of cause. We also bring in WWE wrestlers sometimes, some former WCW wrestlers sometimes, but mostly made up of cause. All of Blazes is made up of created wrestlers. So definitely go check that out. He does his own commentary too, much like the way we do it here. He also has other things on his channel, a lot of fun. Make sure you go check it out. Now, GC Rock, he has been seeing ever since losing the WCW television title, has kind of been struggling to get things going. Even throughout Wrestle Wars, struggling to get things going, but right now has a chance to stop all of that. And right now, that is what it has been. You look, Eagle Star hasn't had the best record as of late. Sentinel went on an unprecedented losing streak, but then comes out of it through the tag division and then ends up winning. The world title. Eagle Star then comes and beats Sentinel for the world championship. Again, they're going to get shots at it again. Digital was kind of on this thing earlier in the scene, but as of late, Digital has been on an absolute roll, and now GC Rock finds himself in a very similar situation, but has the opportunity right now, if he can make it past Digital, to earn a shot at the Money in the Bank briefcase for the WCW World title. Hollywood Hogan right now is the Universal Money in the Bank champion, so that one's out there. But the two WCW titles, the women's and the men's, both vacated. Both will have winners here tonight, provided they can get a win or a pin and not a count out. Yeah, definitely go check out Solo Season Universe as well. Yeah, I started doing the camera cuts, but as much as I talk, I couldn't make it work. But yeah, definitely, it's very interesting the way he does it. And he also does his own commentary as well. Oh, look at this. Both of these guys, big guys now. We talked about that kind of tweener division of heavyweight to super heavyweight. GC Rock falls in there, technically classified as a super heavyweight, but on the lower end, we're Digital Dogs, absolutely one of the top big men in the WCW 2.0 right now. So, but Money in the Bank briefcase on the line here in this match. So far, kind of been a back and forth effort. Thought we were going to see the debut of a brand new look to Digital Dogs, but thanks to the computer, it reverted it back to his original outfit, so no reveal of that here tonight. And there we go. Digital trying to get on the outside, trying to get a little separation. Finally, it works, but GC Rock up too fast, but Digital recovered a little quick as well. G again goes back in, tries to get him back in those ropes again, letting the feet go. And this time, finally getting it to work for him while he goes down on the ground. And this is really the big thing that GC Rock is going to want to do. He is absolutely going to want to try to maintain control of the match. Now falls on, grabs the leg, one, and Digital able to kick out in one. I got to keep my eyes on a swivel everywhere, you know? Well, except for Solo's Universe. I really enjoy watching all of the stuff, though. You know what I mean? And GC Rock able to kick out in two. Didn't think he was going to be able to get out of that, but does somehow find a way to get out. Digital, though, realizing that he's got the advantage right now, and he has got to maintain that advantage. He has got to keep the offense going, not allowing GC Rock to get to the outside of the ring and take a breather. Stays on it, and now Digital looks like he's calling for it, but definitely needs to get G back in the ring. While he was calling for it, though, GC Rock phoned in something of his own and got out of the way. Digital puts G back in the ring and now gets in, and look at this. The big man's version of a torpedo. But G just a little bit quicker and really starting to use that to his advantage. But this goes into the thing, both got a lot of power, but if Digital can get you, if he can get that right hand around your throat, up you go, and down you come. But G's got two different moves that can end your night. One called the Rockopotamus, one called the Pebble Buster. And a little bit of a Pebble Buster of his own right there. Digital Dogs now letting it go. Hitting G now, maintaining control, whips him into the corner. Takes him, hooks him up, puts him in the tree of woe. Oh, right in the, that is a lot of shots to the peaches. That would be the end of my match. Game over. I'm not kicking out. I'm like, if I didn't realize hitting me in the peaches 4 or 5 times was even an option. G, on the other hand, says he's going to keep fighting. He's not going to let a couple of bruised peaches derail his night. I am, on the other hand. Frankie Two Fingers, don't play the peaches game. You know what I mean? Digital, though, you can start to see the frustration where Digital thinks maybe the match should be over, and now starting to wrestle with a little more aggression, with a little bit of anger. Can G use that against him? G fights out of it once, and now whips Digital into the corner, hooks Digital up into the tree of woe. Is he going after some peaches too? Yeah, he's like, hey, you thought this was funny. How do you like me now? 5 shots to the peaches. Call me in the morning. GC Rock now setting up for it. Can he get it in? No, he can't get it in either. Now both, whoa! Oh, double entendres happening left and right. One guy's trying to finish it out. 2 guys trying to finish it out. 3 times a finisher, but 3 times a finisher did not work. Call Lionel Richie, tell him he wrote the wrong song. Oh, I thought it almost looked like Digital was going to go and try to put the Rockopotamus on GC Rock, but that is not what happened. And G kicks out. A lot of back and forth stuff going on right here. What is going on? Jesse the Jackhammer, welcome to the stream. Jesse, also another E-Federation Wrestling promoter. He is looking for some more wrestlers, so if you want to get involved in what he does, go check out his channel and shoot him a message as well. Digital looking like he was getting on top of the things, but now G picks him up, and this is it. This is the Rockopotamus. Is that going to do it? Grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. And GC Rock will be the WCW Mr. Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner, and Mr. Money in the Bank, the unrelenting GC Rock.
What is going on, Logan? Welcome to the stream, brother. Unless you're a girl, then that would sound a little weird. I'm going with dude, though. I'm guessing, and I'm going with it. So both of our tag team matches tonight with title belts on the line will be tag team elimination matches. That's right, but the Four Horsemen hooking it up right now, going directly against the Syndicate. Really the top two factions right now. Now, the Horsemen still in Wrestle Wars, the Syndicate out. But when you look at who holds the titles and what titles they're holding, these have still got to be considered the top two factions in our WCW universe, hands down. Rowdy, the current WCW television champion, Totes, the current Universal World and Universal $1 Million champion, making their way down to the ring right now. Universal tag team title belts on the line. Rowdy, who is from the nearest nightclub, we know one thing about Rowdy without a doubt. This is the worst town Rowdy has ever been to. And former WCW World Champion Bama. But both of them guys going after the Universal Tag Team title belts here tonight. What's crazy about this is Rowdy, way back in Season 2, held the Universal Championship. Before Totes Magoats was in it, he beat Totes Magoats for the Universal title, and then Totes beat him to take it back. Before Totes became a Horseman, Rowdy and Eagle Star have always been Horsemen. But what's crazy about this, even with this win right here, this would not make Rowdy a Grand Slam champion because he is yet to win the $1 million Universal Championship. So he would still come up one short. Most people, the championship that they come up short when they're up here doing this stuff is usually the tag team title belts, oddly. You would think it'd be like the World Championship, but not always necessarily the case. So very interesting. But these two in the Syndicate, Vipero, the current United States champion, and Andrew Dubbs, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the tag team division. Will that domination continue here tonight against the Horsemen? Our title belts are second to none. Put a stamp on that, mail that out.
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team And their opponents, at a combined weight of 442 pounds, the Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Syndicate.
Hey, it's absolutely true. Vipero, do you remember who you beat to initially win the Universal Tag Team Championship title belts with Dubs? Do you remember the tag team you guys beat? I'm going to say who it is, but I wonder if you remember. One of the greatest matches in the history of WCW happened all the way back in episode 13 of this season at WrestleMania. The very first WrestleMania we've ever had in 6 seasons. Do you remember what team you guys initially beat to win it? Look at that! What in the hell? The Undertaker and Kane. That is who you guys beat to initially win the belts. You look at it, it's like kind of a who's who of the people that have held these title belts. Booker T and Stevie Ray. Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Simba and Grady. One of the best tag teams that we'd had for quite some time. If you remember them, they were American Alpha. Simba then eventually moves on. Grady's still in. Kane and The Undertaker beat them in season 5, and then Dubs came on. Jason Grunion, and then Andrew Dubs and Vipero won it back from those two moving on. So, yeah, the Brothers of Destruction. Holy cow. What a great match that was. You guys want to see that match, go back. Episode 13 is where it happened. Season 6, episode 13. We've got all of our seasons bookmarked. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Jay Savage getting involved, and it worked. Except Rowdy, the big man, not letting it go. Stands right in front of Vipero. Kind of looks like he's toying with him, and that is the wrong guy, even as big as Rowdy is, to toy with. Vipero gave him a little shadow box. Rowdy not even flinching. Just sitting there with the 4 up. But then at that point, probably should have went after him. Did not. Pushed him back, and now Vipero finally getting in control of what's going on. Whips Rowdy into the corner. Tags in his partner, sets him up. Looks like there's going to be a little assisted shoulder block, and flying through the air is Andrew Dubs. Now you got to wonder, is Totes going to get involved in the action or what? We've seen that he's thrown in some stuff. Oh, Rowdy dives and takes the chair shot, takes it for Bama, but now that allows Bama to get Dubs and get in control. Back in control of the match, so really kind of a smooth move by being able to go. Both men going, doing the little, I don't know if you remember in football where you do the monkey flips, but looking like the monkey flips were happening right there. Dubs gets out of the ring, gets Vipero back in. And Totes, not sure what he's yelling in, but looking like he's yelling in some instructions. But look at that. That's some of the stuff that you see from these guys, what you don't see in normal matches. However, why we won't see that kind of thing from Rowdy, we'll see Rowdy get hit right on top of the scunion with that stop sign. And look, Bama now coming to the rescue, realizing that Vipero, his attention turned to Rowdy. And now Bama using that little sliver to start getting his offense turned back around. Referee up to 5. Saves Rowdy again. And then realizing they cannot win the title belts on a countout, rolls him back in. Vipero gets out. Dubs now in. Whips Bama into the corner. And hits him with the little flippity-dippity cutter. Kind of a flippity-dippity reverse cutter. Rowdy, though, getting in to break it up. Looking like Dubs wanting to get after that chair, but instead hits him with the somersault. Bama trying to get back up to his feet. Dubs trying to stop him. Bama fighting through now. And a little trickery. Thought he was going to the corner. Then Bama changes his mind about where he's going. Yeah, that would be the worst part. Knowing it's about to happen and not being able to stop it. And just look at these moves. Like you see Dubs, he's got a very unique moveset. You got Vipero, very unique moveset. Bama, very unique moveset. Right now, Jay Savage distracting the referee. At the time, it kind of mattered. But because of it, referee unable to count. Oh, the torpedo. We've actually seen them win the match on that move right there, though. Bama able to kick out in 2. And the double missing. Oh, never mind. It hit both of them, but that sets up the constrictor. Is Bama going to tap out right here? And that is a sneaky move. You look at both of Vipero's finishing moves, the constrictor and the snake bite, they can come out of nowhere. It's a lot like Rowdy's finishing move can come out of nowhere. And referee not even noticing, but look at this. There is no turnbuckle pad in their corner. So getting whipped into their corner is not going to be a good thing for any of the competitors. Vipero now fighting through. Now remember this, it's not one pin and you win. This is a tag team elimination match. You got to beat the entire team. Rowdy now going after the barbed wire baseball bat. Trying to get things in. Why we got a little shot right here. Remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification to miss any time we go live. Share the video. Vipero able to roll back in the ring first. Does a little front flip. And this is what I'm talking about. Whips him into that corner. There is no turnbuckle pad. Oh, Rowdy now. Now that Vipero's been in that corner, he realizes it. And back and forth they go. Rowdy says, no, you go this time. And grabs a chair. Look at the state of that chair. That chair is all kinds of mangled. What is going on, McWayne? Welcome to the stream, brother. Just saw McWayne on the very last episode defending his WCW Special Series Survival title belt. Now this could be, oh no, did it again. Oops, just like a Britney Spears song, oops, he did it again. Grabs him now, rolls up the leg, and only a 1 count, not even a 2 count. Totes going, what the heck? Almost looking like Totes wants to reach in, maybe grab the leg, give a little more leverage in on that pin, but did not do it. And this is good. Bama was in for a little while now, really getting a good breather from Rowdy. Last time Rowdy was in, he immediately got back out. Now grabs the leg. Dubs realizes and even slowed up, allowing the referee to start her count. But you can tell after some moves like that, the damage kind of done to Vipero. Vipero now whipping Bama into the corner. Bama stopping him with the elbow, goes up top, and look at this. Vipero sees it coming, reverses that move, and you can tell moving a little bit slower, but gets over, gets Andrew Dubs tagged back into this match. And Bama still fighting his way through. Doesn't want to be in that corner. Remember, Andrew Dubs' finishing move starts in a corner. So, not the best place to be. And that is an owie. And look at that, right on the top of that chair. Bama now trying to get out. Dubs stopping them from doing it. Still going after, attacking the legs. Yeah, hit me, baby, one more time. Oops, I did it again. Lucky. There's a little Totes trivia. Favorite Britney Spears song, Lucky. And Bama has been eliminated. So if the Horsemen are going to walk out of here with these Universal title belts tonight, it is all going to fall on the back of Rowdy. Can Rowdy find a way, and this seems like an impossible ask, but find a way to beat the Universal Champions by himself now? And that's not to say Bama didn't do some damage, but from here on out, it is going to be mano y doso. That's a little Spanish done the wrong way for man versus two. Oh, look at this. Vipero telling Rowdy, showing Rowdy, get back in the ring. Totes trying to get up on the ring. Thought he was going to do something there. Didn't. Rowdy trying to do a little jump around, but cannot get the jump around accomplished. And Andrew Dubs starting to get a little bit nuts in the ring, getting Vipero tagged back in. Rowdy reverses the torpedo, which is exactly what Vipero was about to do with a little freight train action of his own. Little Johnny Cash, he heard the train a-coming. It was rolling around the bend. But he ain't seen the sunshine since he just hit the Rowdy. Oh, and still, only a one count. You want to talk about, I wonder why Vipero is the United States champion. Look no further than a kick out in one to the Rowdy. Bowdy. And there it is yet again. Vipero trying to no-sell it. Rowdy says no-sell it if you want. Go into these ropes. Little up, a little down, little going all the way around. And Rowdy, Bowdy for the second time. Is he going to get him? What? Not even a one count. Rowdy now just straight up tackles Vipero. Vipero just clumped on the ground. And Rowdy going in there, getting the kendo stick, and now getting after Vipero. 2 shots. You talk about some power right there. 2 shots, and that kendo stick is broken up. Vipero trying to slow this match down. Gets Rowdy over into the ropes. Now using those ropes and using the ring against Rowdy. And a 2 count on Rowdy. Now Rowdy's putting 2 finishers onto Vipero, and a 1 and a no count. Vipero, though, already getting a 2 count against Rowdy. And this is one of those things when you look at the big men. Big men usually stamina-wise don't last as long as some of the small guys, and never before have we seen that. Dubs goes out, gets the guitar, breaks the guitar over Rowdy's leg. And don't tell me this is the one. Now we got to write it down. I only wrote down one name last time, and I couldn't figure out who it was. But every time I see this move, you lose it. Whoever has it loses it. So Dubs is now out. On that move. Not a big deal. Just takes way too long, and the wrestlers go after it and after it. And this is going to be the problem. You see The Universal Champions tagging in and out. Now you see the constrictor put on to Rowdy. Is Rowdy going to tap out? Is this going to be it? No, does not tap out. Vipero now going out of the ring, going after the light stick. Goes for it and misses. Rowdy then hits him with that shoulder block, then turns his attention to the wrong guy and ends up getting put back in the constrictor for the second time. But look at this, ends up fighting out of it, and that is really starting to make me wonder what 1.20 update did to this game. Now remember, with all the carnage, all the stuff that is broken on the inside, there is still that light tube just hanging out there. Rowdy gets out of the way of that, grabs Stubbs, takes it to the midsection, whips him into the ropes, and here we go, Rowdy, again, and a 1 count. Like, I don't understand what is going on. There's no way that should be happening. We have never seen this happen in the history of the history of stuff. Does make you wonder. But that's fine. He grabs the leg anyway. 2, 3. And a non-finishing move somehow finishes the match, while finishing moves don't do jack shit.
And still, the Universal World Heavyweights Tag Team Champions, the Syndicate.
We saw Vipero put 2 finishing moves onto Rowdy, didn't do jack crap. We saw Rowdy hit 3 or 4 different finishing moves, didn't do anything. We see a punch to the face cause a 3 count. Interesting. It went both ways, don't get me wrong. It absolutely went both ways, and I don't know who is ever going to beat Tubbs and Vipero for those titles, but it does make me wonder. So we're going to check something out. We're just going to look. Rowdy is the current television title holder, so that means that Rowdy's stats should be improved. He's already got 8 residual points plus the television, so that's 6, 8, 6, 14. 14. I can't go in and look at the other things because it would jack the whole show up. Then I'd have to recreate the entire show. So I don't want to do that. But afterwards, definitely going to have to check some things out because it shouldn't be happening that way. So it appears that something is going on with the slider of either the finishing, what happens in succession of the 3 finishers, or maybe damage after pin. Recovery after pin. Something's going on with something. I haven't changed the sliders, and I haven't seen it do this, so very interesting. But it happened both ways. On the second time, they put, it should be almost like a 95% possibility that on the second constrictor that Vipero put on Rowdy, the match should have been over. It should be a 90% possibility that the second Rowdy that he put on Vipero, the match should have been over. Not getting kicks out less. Like, oh, not even a count, a 1 count, and then not even being counted. So very, very interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on it as we move forward, but definitely it looks like maybe something changed or something happened in the last update that is causing some disruption to how our universe normally runs. But that's neither here nor there, because right now Bobbi Hart making her way down to the ring.
Is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the Money in the Bank contracts. Making her way to the ring, representing the Hart Foundation from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Bobbi Hart.
You know, and we say this every time, but Bobbi Hart is the goal when I make any character. This, to me, is one of the most realistic looking. You can put her up against Cause or other wrestlers that are in the game, that already come in the game. And you're going to see when she's in the ring with Jade. One of the reasons I did this tonight, they both earned their shots, but one of the reasons I'm glad this is going on, you can't tell one's a created wrestler versus one being a wrestler that is found in the game. So Bobbi Hart has been downloaded 99 times, by far the most downloaded call that we have. And that is the reason. What is going on, Brian LG100? Welcome to the stream, brother. That is right. This is the WCW 2.0. This isn't what would have happened had the WCW never stopped running. This is what would have happened had the WCW started last year again. What if the WWE brought back the WCW last year? That's what this is. Jade Cargill, though, making her way down to the ring, signing with WCW, hoping to enhance the women's division. You look at how good the WWE women's division is. I believe our division in the WCW, it wasn't as good when we started. I think it is even better than theirs now. Jade Cargill here to take on some of that competition. Jade Cargill here to push herself and maybe make herself a bigger star, taking on more fierce competition. So WCW World Championship Money in the Bank briefcase on the line right here. Who is going to come out on top? Bobbi Hart or Jade Cargill? And again, not many real wrestlers in, so now you're looking at a created wrestler in the ring with a wrestler found in the game, and it is hard to tell the difference between the two. And Jade is one of the better wrestlers found in the game as far as character models, as far as all that stuff goes. So Bobbi Hart being in the ring and both wrestlers looking phenomenal is quite a feat. Really? I will definitely have to check that out then. If you're still running an eFed maybe on YouTube, I'll definitely get in there and check that out. Guys, too, if you've got created wrestlers and you want to be involved in this universe, upload your created wrestler to community creations using the hashtag TOTES. That is hashtag TOTES. Do not tell me how to find your wrestler. Upload it using hashtag TOTES. That is like your permission that you are giving for me to use your wrestler in the WCW. That is what it is taken as. So, some people are like, yeah, you can find me using this hashtag. I'm not going to look. If you want it involved, hashtag totes. All the other hashtags you want, just make sure one of the hashtags is totes. Look at that. It looked like at first she was going to miss her, but does not miss her. Jade taking it off that top rope, springboarding outside, looking like she was just off, but absolutely hits the mark, stays in control. High risk, high reward. Bobbi on the ground right now. And this is one of those things where Jade just coming back from injury. Bobbi Hart, we had believed at one point would be probably like a long-time WCW Women's Championship, unable up to this point to get her hands on that title as of yet. But you cannot win this briefcase on a countout, so these wrestlers, while you can win the match, a countout is not the way you want to go. Referee trying to warn both of them. Count already up to 8. Bobbi realizes it. Jade realizes it. Both back in the ring. Bobbi catches her right and dirty. Jade almost getting that overhand right in, but oh, and one good right and dirty deserves another good right and dirty. Picks her up. And oopsie daisies. Little ring around the rosies going on right there. The finisher, is this going to be it? 1, 2, 3, and Jade Cargill becomes WCW Miss Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner and Miss Money in the Bank, Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill now walking around with that. I don't have that issue. But I also go through my images and delete a lot of them. Like if I've had them for a minute and then I'm not using them, like I thought I was going to use them and then I don't use them, or I had a wrestler and I don't use them and I can't see the way forward with that, I delete those images too. So I noticed at a certain point, even though the game says you can have X number of images, at a certain point, my game will start crashing and doing things. So I'll download a few, I look at a few, but I'm always image management is what I'm constantly doing. Now, I've thought about this because I have 2 accounts. So I've honestly thought about doing 2 different shows. This show where we do all this, and then maybe a WCW pure type show or something else where I could have another 100 characters that I could download. You know what I mean? Thought about it, have not done it. Here we go, and look, we talk about this a lot. Ozzy wanting to form a tag team, never really being involved in the women's division because she's always been the world champion. Now getting that shot, choosing Becky to be her partner, and now getting a shot here tonight at the WCW Women's World Tag Team titles. But this isn't any normal tag team match. We just saw what happened before. This is another tag team elimination match, so one fall ain't going to get it. You got to completely beat the other team to retain or to bring home those title belts. Well, here's the sad thing, you know, you talk about I was excited for the next game, and everybody's got their opinion, and I'm not saying, oh, this is better than that, but I don't remember another time in the history of consoles that they did last gen. They kept making PS3 games 5 years after they made the PS4. 1 year. I don't remember it going 5. The problem with them doing that, and if it didn't matter, it wouldn't matter, right? If it wasn't a thing, I wouldn't care at all. But it is very obvious that the games that still make last-gen versions and current-gen versions do not max out the current-gen version. That's my problem. Are you telling me, if anybody out there could tell me this one thing, try to convince me that the PS5 could not figure out a way to have 10 people in the ring. You're telling me the power of the PS5 just couldn't figure out how to have more than 10 people in the ring. Right now, we can only have 8. PS5, it couldn't figure it out. It's not powerful enough, not strong enough to do it. Not buying it. So that's my thing. I get affordability. Don't get me wrong. I get what happened during the pandemic, and I understand why it is the way it is now. And I understand to include my son, who still has a PS4 because doesn't want to buy a PS5, like affordability. I totally get it. I'm just saying, just looking at it purely from a game standpoint, and they're saying 2K25 is also going to be made on last-gen console. We'll see what happens. But I'm just saying, it would be interesting to see what could happen with the game if it was only made on current-gen consoles. Now, known developers, probably nothing, right? Known developers, they probably still use the same damn excuse. Oh, it's too many, it's too many, it's too many. But it would be cool to see if they didn't. What is going on, Robert Kemp? Welcome to the stream, man. I was like a little bit worried. I was like, maybe something happened with Robert, but obviously not. Very glad that you're in the stream, Robert. Welcome to the stream. You've been heavily involved here lately, even going as far as winning some tag team gold. So definitely go back. If you haven't been watching the episodes, you definitely want to go back and watch some of those. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. The tag team thing. Now, do you want me to show you how to get around it?
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the WCW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Outlaws, and their opponents, the WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Faces of Fear.
What's crazy is if you reset your universe, and don't get me wrong, there's a way to do it, and it's very time consuming. Like if you really, truly reset your universe, I do it before I start any universe. I go in there, I delete all the pay-per-views, I delete all the shows, I delete all the stuff, I delete all the managers from all the allies, all the everything. But did you know if you made the tag teams outside, you have to make them in both places, but you don't have to rework the entire entrances to them. If they're created outside, you can actually go in and save certain things. Oh no, not tag teams. My bad. I'm thinking of normal wrestlers' entrances. The normal entrances will actually copy over. If you do it a certain way, there's a little trick to doing it. Yeah, no, I had to do the same thing. Same thing. I spent $120 on 2K19 or on 2K20, and all the glitches happened. I tried to stream like 4 or 5 times, couldn't do it, and then had to go buy 2K19, $120 again, and go through and remake all the guys and do all the stuff. Like it was mind-numbing. $240 just to play the game. Yeah, that, and I wish it was like that. You know, one of the main reasons why it isn't like that in the game, when you look at the different things like with the Universe Mode, and you look at Universe Mode is made with, picture it as a toolbox. Most games are made out of one toolbox. This game is not. So they've got one toolbox for GM mode. One toolbox for Universe Mode. One toolbox for Play Now. So when they go and you're like, oh, they should fix this one thing, they actually got to fix it in 3 different places. Now, recently, the GM mode and the Play Now mode has one toolbox, but for whatever reason, they won't just overhaul. I would have a team, and I would have had a team start on this a long time ago. When I put out 2k22, great, I would have did whatever. But I would have a team that I hired, whether it's 2-3 guys, where all they did would be overhauling Universe Mode and making it so it communicates with the rest of the game. Now, it might not have made it into 22, and it might not have made it into 23. It might not have made it into 24, but by 25, come on, it would have made it in there. You know what I mean? So crazy. Look at that coming off that top rope, rebounding off of that. Right now, Alana sitting over in the wrong corner. Miss Nightmare now taking it to Becky. Remember, this is a tag team elimination match. Title belts are on the line. Anything goes in these matches. Becky now trying to get herself up into the corner. Miss Nightmare rolling back into the ring. And I was going to say, I don't think Becky sees her coming at all, but Miss Nightmare now grabbing her, kicking the leg, going right to that knee. Becky limping on it a little bit. And that's one of those things that make her moves probably the most effective, is the height that she gets on some of these moves. And that's what ends up generating a lot of those powers. Yeah. Yeah, I try to let Streamlabs know, or like be a moderator. Totally screwed that up. Everything about it screwed up. Like, it was putting people in timeout left and right, deleting all their messages. I was like, oh man. So we had to get rid of that. It's funny though, there are things, there are commands and I don't understand why they don't work. I just checked them the other day. They should all work. And they don't. Oh! Hold on now. One worked. Look at that. Ozzy getting in here, getting ready to absolutely tear some things up. Has one down now, going after Alana, bouncing right in front of Miss Nightmare. 2 boots to the face, call her in the morning. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Let's try it one time. One time. Watch this. This should work. Did I spell it wrong? Does it have to be done perfect? What? Now remember, and I don't know what's going to happen because it's an elimination match. Would she just be eliminated? Or would that be the match?
A competitor has been eliminated.
So one has been eliminated, but I believe the titles will still change hands, but I don't believe both of them can be done on a count out. Yeah, and everybody's got permissions to use these commands. Now, look at this. Miss Nightmare choosing to try to beat Ozzy in the same or not Ozzy, but... So now, two competitors being counted out. But again, the final thing, the final piece of the puzzle is not going to work without a pin or a submission, so that is not going to work again. While they will be able to win a match, the title belts will not change hands. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the title belts as long as this cannot be done on a count out. And for whatever reason, they seem to love doing this count out thing right now. Ozzy wisely getting back into the thing. Miss Nightmare getting back into it. Ozzy playing it up to the crowd. Miss Nightmare playing a ditty on Ozzy's head. Now Ozzy trying to crawl in and get up using the ropes. Rot-Row SpaghettiOs train coming around the bend. Thought she might have been going for the pin right there, but does not. Remember, Miss Nightmare's finishing move, the Bone Crusher, absolutely devastating, and it looks like she is going to have to use that finishing move here if she has any hope of getting Ozzy to kick out. Funny little move right there, almost wisely done. Miss Nightmare waiting for Ozzy to get out of the ring before coming back in. That way she knew she was going to maintain control. But the way Ozzy came back in the ring, causing Miss Nightmare to drop that chair. You're looking at Ozzy. There it is, the Bone Crusher. Is that going to do it? 1, 2. Kind of falling back in the category. Now grabbing that chair. I don't think Ozzy even sees this coming. She doesn't. Goes down, rolls out of the way. Now remember, Miss Nightmare, a former Universal World Champion. Ozzy, a former WCW World Champion. So pretty evenly matched right here, but doesn't matter what the matches are like. Typically that will do it. Ozzy goes, grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3, and we have brand new WCW Women's Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, and the new WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Outlaws.
So very interesting. Learned something here tonight. The first elimination in an elimination tag team match can happen on a countout. As long as the second one doesn't, the title belts will change hands. Congratulations going out to the brand new women's tag team champions. And now we've seen what Repentia has been doing in Wrestle Wars. We've seen what's been going on in the tag team matches, now getting a shot here tonight at the Universal Women's Divas Champion. And I told you, we're going to see a lot of this championship moving forward.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Women's International Championship.
All I got to do is try to close my door, and if my dogs aren't in there, they immediately run in. They're like, we're not having it. So Repentia, the current WCW Special Series Women's Outlaw Champion, getting her shot at one of the regular titles, not even regular, above regular, the Universal title. So if she's able to find a way to come out and win this, and it's a huge step up, but getting a shot to get in and get her name mixed up in the Universal division. I mean, you're skipping a lot of steps there most of the time, really needing to get like a United States title win, a world title win under your belt. But because of the success she has been seeing, the powers that be are like, hey, we got to get her up, get her a shot here at Suzie Lee, get her a shot at the Universal Divas Championship. And guys, remember, share the video. Get the video out there. Let a bunch of people know what is going on right now. Let them know that, yeah, we are streaming. There is a show going on live. If they want to get involved in it, to go ahead, get out here and get involved in what is going on. Love to have them out. Love to grow the community. And we've gone on and had ourselves set a few records these past few shows. Even though it's not in the views, but when you look at the likes, like, we have been above 20 likes now for quite a few shows. So that if we could keep that going right now, I think we're sitting at 18. So looking like we are going to keep that trend moving forward. Yeah, 1, 2.
Introducing the challenger from the Garden of Eden, the WCW Women's Underground Internet Champion, the Evil Within, Rex and Tessa.
Yeah, so 13 straight shows above 20.
From Smithfield, North Carolina, the Universal Women's International Champion, the Terror, Suzie Lee.
Suzie Lee coming off that win against Jade in a great match. Can she go on here, though, and continue to defend the Divas Champion? Divas Championship title belt only defended a very few number of times. So, World Championship defended 13 different times. Divas Champion only defended 7. That's why you're going to see a lot more of the Divas Champion and whoever the Divas Champion is defending that title belt. And because it's a Universal Championship belt, we can also expect to see some wrestlers coming over every now and again from the WWE. Suzie now taking it up and over before we were trying to restrict the Universal title belt between the companies only to pay-per-views, but the problem comes in with this. We've had not that many pay-per-views. Normally you have every 4 shows we have a pay-per-view, but what has been going on is every 2 shows we've been having tournaments, right? King of the Ring tournament and now the Wrestle War tournament. So they've got a little bit more lenient. That's why you're going to start seeing some WWE wrestlers here and there every now and again. Not a lot. And only for the Universal titles. You can't see them in anything else. But in order to give them their fair share to see if they can win back and have the title belts on their side, something that we have got to do. So Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon got together, did their talking, and that was the plan that they came up with doing. We've seen it a little bit. We've seen Roman Reigns come over as the world champion. We haven't seen a lot from the tag teams, but we will start seeing more also in the tag team division as well. Another kind of interesting thing, we talk about residual points for the tag belts and how they're capped at 20. Totes My Goat's actually at that cap point. Hollywood Hogan very close as well to getting there. Not quite there yet. And Witcher now the first on the women's side to get tapped out at 20 points since winning the United States title. Suzie now going for the pin. 1. Repentia, though, getting her off. Suzie looking over at the referee like, what is going on with this? Sometimes you gotta have a little puppy vision, you know what I mean? Suzie now counted out. Repentia on the ground, trying to get back to her feet. Suzie coming after her and then running her fingernails right down the back. Don't know if you've had that done, but that does not feel good. Now, Suzie going, getting the mounted punches in. And Repentia needing to find a way to get this thing turned around right now. Suzie now grabbing the leg. 1, 2. And look at that. Repentia reaching out, grabbing that rope. Suzie now setting up for a finisher. But Repentia not having it fighting through. Could this be the thing that she needs to get this match turned back around in her favor? Huge slam. You'd almost expect her to go up, and she is. Taking it up now to the top rope, jumping, hits her with it. Could this be it? 1, 2, and almost a 3 count. Almost had a brand new Universal Champion. Universal Divas Champion. Repentia now taking it up to the top again. Tries to hit her with it again. Suzie, though, wisely getting out of the way. Sees her coming, set her up for that now, whips her into the ropes. And you can see even a little wobbly after that move happening. Rep getting over into the corner. Suzie now letting it fly. Takes, and that shin going right into the side of the head. Thought Suzie might even be going to do something to take it up top. Instead goes, hooks both the arms, and this is her finisher. So could this be it? Grabs the leg. 2, 3, and Suzie Lee will retain the Women's Universal Divas Championship.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Women's International Champion, the Terror, Suzie Lee.
But what a great match that was, going back and forth. Not exactly sure where that one was going to end. Suzie Lee ended up coming out on top. Had to take Repentia's finishing move, though, but then able to get hers in and then come away with the victory. So here we go. the debut. You guys, if you guys have looked in the cost section, this created wrestler created by one of the subscribers on the channel, Monica Monroe, right now making her debut in WCW 2.0.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Order from Sin City, the WCW Women's World Television Champion, May.
So now the Mohawked one making her way down to the ring. Getting ready to face off against a debuting wrestler. So not really sure what is going to happen. Not sure the style of Monica Monroe. But one thing we know for sure, she definitely has a WCW style entrance. So she will fit in quite nicely.
And from Berlin, Germany,
that was it. The announcer was like, from Berlin, Germany. Need I say more? And then he took the night off. But Monica making her way down to the ring right now. Wondering exactly where she is going to fit into the women's division. Going up tonight against the WCW Women's Television Champion. Not going to be an easy debut, but you think, like here, if she ends up doing well in a match like this, she ends up doing well here, then what does that mean? Where does she fall into place? Does that kind of slate her then into the television division? Maybe the U.S. title division? We'll just have to wait and see exactly what happens. Maybe the light heavyweight division. Don't know, but Mimi coming out, getting off to what she was hoping to be a quick start. But Monica quickly getting that turned back around. Getting her down on the ground. And remember, too, Order of the Phoenix really kind of wanted to come away with the win here. Get on that roll, because just like the men, the women, too, will be facing off in 4v4 matches. The winner moves on. The loser goes home. So, not an extinction level match by any stretch. But definitely an in or an out for the last 2 rounds of the wrestling war. Oh, and then all the way up to the top. Takes the moonsault over there. And gets just a 1 count. Television champ rolling out of the ring. But look at that. Rolls out, waiting on her on the outside. And now decides that she is going to start using the outside to start making some inroads. Start playing a little catch up in the damage department. Takes her, jumps head over heels, and ends up landing that move right on the Monica. Monica on the ground now. Mimi now trying to stay in control, trying to do some things maybe to keep her just off her game a little bit. But you look at somebody like Mimi. Mimi's been doing this for a long time, so completely understands what controlling the match means. Monica kind of getting out there, getting off to a fast start, and you got to think in a debut match, probably a lot of adrenaline pumping. You know what I mean? So now you're go, 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 go. You feel like you've got energy for days. But could end up hitting that brick wall. Mimi a lot more calculated. Kind of hung back a little bit, took the offense, and then got things turned back around. So you look at some of the wrestlers and looking at their experience. Some won't allow themselves to get too high or too low. Picking her spot right there, blocking that shot just like she was in a bar fight. And look at that. Full Nelson suplex. Full Nelson release suplex even. Releasing and then letting her fly, now using those ropes against her. And it just makes you feel like coming up here shortly, we might be seeing the Mia Moore, but she misses that side torpedo. Doesn't miss it that time. We have seen her win on this move. 1, 2. And Monica able to kick out in 2. So very weird. So far, we've seen all of the finishing moves actually working as intended, except for one match. So that happens from time to time, but she was up in the Mia Moore. Monica now switches it out, gets over. Is this the thing that she needs? And both women standing in the center of the ring now, toe to toe. Delivering knife edge chops, overhand rights. Oh, that time she went and she blocks, and now they go back and forth blocking. And then a big super kick right to the head, right back in to the Mia Moore. Gets it in this time, goes for the pin. 2, 3. And Monica loses in the debut match, but again, going up against a champion. Mimi successfully defending the title, but wait a second. Melinda now in the ring. Remember, last Thunder, Melinda losing the title, and Mimi letting her know she is still the champ, but I think Melinda's letting her know that she is coming for that title belt. So something we are definitely going to want to keep an eye in and an eye on for sure. But still a really good debut, like really now getting to see a little bit of how her character is put together. Could really do very well in the WCW. Now down to the last 2 matches of the evening. Main event, Cruiserweight title will be on the line, but right now, Paul the Thing, another person that was coming off where they had a bunch of losses in a row, and it was really affecting how they're doing it. Just coming off of that, can he use that like Sentinel did to parlay a world title win, but to parlay a hardcore title win here tonight?
And is for the WCW Hardcore Championship.
So Paul the Thing, former WCW World Champion, slightly changing up his face paint here tonight. Looking a little bit meaner, looking a lot more pissed off, making his way down to the ring. but throwing 5 brand new membership gifts out there. Let's see who comes up with them. Remember, all of them are random, but Vexity getting a 30-day free membership. Grady, 30-day free membership. Gab from the LTD getting a 30-day free membership. Crazy Ray Omega, 30 days. And Dizzy Blossom, all getting 30-day free memberships to the channel. Remember, if you guys want to become members of the Bark Squad, you guys want to go above the subscriptions and become members of the channel, you can do so once you are a subscriber. Back where you saw the subscription or the subscribe button, you can actually become a member of the channel. 3 different things, $4.99, $6.99, and $9.99 are the membership levels. Each one of you gets something a little bit different, but just really goes out to support the channel and supporting it in a different way. Don't have to do it. Just do it if you're so moved to. Now, Milkman, the current hardcore champion, making his way into the ring right now. I do like that, the 4 horsemen of the E-Feds. I love it. I do love it. And I agree. Look at that hardcore title. Ricky.
Introducing the challenger from Pangea, weighing in at 303 pounds, Paul the Thug. And his opponent from Pangea, weighing in at 272 pounds, the WCW Hardcore Champion, the Milkman Maniac!
Milkman, ever since winning, this should be his first regular, like, no holds bar, just a one-on-one, no holds bar match, but going back, he has won 2 table elimination matches, and then in the last one went on to win a 15-minute iron table match. So this probably seems like a night off for Milkman. Just getting the old one-on-one, no holds bar and anything goes. And immediately gets after Paul the Thing, realizing Paul the Thing is a former WCW World Champion. Once he lost that champion, kind of went on a bad streak of losing, and then didn't see him around for a little bit. Paul getting back into the gym, but now ready to get back after things tonight, and Milkman wisely not letting him do it, because you can see right there, one move, one simple move, even the size of Milkman, and Paul the Thing is already back in this thing. Like, Milkman pulling off all these moves, and they are powerful moves. But look at this, move number 2, and already going for a pin. 1, and already getting a 1 count. And this is from a guy that has gone through and put a bunch of people through a bunch of tables. Milk probably just glad to see that there's not so many tables involved in this particular match. But Milk needing to stay in control of this match, because, again, it is everything he does. You look at everything Paul does, and there is power behind it. And the aggression, even, you can see been pent up. Not happy about the way things have been going, but happier about the way things have been going lately with him and Sentinel as a tag team, his partner winning the world title. Now, both of the members of the new foundation have been world champions. So that should tell you something right there. Now, Milk going after a hockey stick. We see a lot of baseball that gets played, but don't see a lot of hockey. And seeing some hockey here tonight, stick broken. That'd be 2 minutes for high sticking right there. But I'm not going to be the guy that tells Paul that. Not having it. Milkman now trying to get it turned back around. Throws Paul back in the ring. Paul getting to his feet too. Waiting on him. Stops Milk from going on the offense. And look at that. Grabs the leg. 1, 2. And already a 2 count. So like things going. And look. Because of the absolute power that has been going on, the absolute moves that Paul has been putting on Milkman, Milk looking like his lower back gave out just trying to pick Paul up. Paul now flexing for Milk. Milk getting to his feet. Gets a running start at it. Huge clothesline. And looked like he might have been going after his finisher. Milk getting out of the way of the finisher, though, now. Getting him, pick him up. And could this be it? Could he have snuck this win in right here? Paul able to kick out in 2, but what a crazy move that is right there. Milk going for that near side cradle pin. Paul looking for Milk, didn't see him coming. Milk sneaking in the back door. Getting to work on that lower leg. Now finds the kendo stick, brings it over. And Milk trying to stay on the offense and wisely stay on the offense. Like we said, Milk really needs to work on controlling this match, making sure that Paul doesn't get in control. Referee right on top of the action. Got to get pinned on the inside or the outside, but there is no count out. So no way around it. Got to be pinned, got to be submitted. And now standing toe-to-toe. Milk wanting to get after it. Paul wanting to show him that they can stand toe-to-toe. Oh, and that might have split open Paul right there. Milk now going. Staying on top of what is happening. Thought he might have been trying to go for the pin right now. You can see the blood running down that right side of Paul's face. Milkman now grabbing the kendo stick. Paul playing a little bit of possum. The kendo stick not playing any possum, however. And look at that. That was like just a headbutt for good measure. He's like, hey, let me get a quick headbutt in on you. And then, we'll go from there. We'll see what happens from there. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. Both men down. Milk crawling over. Is this going to be it? And barely gets it in, but has the presence of mind to crawl over and put that left arm over to retain the hardcore title.
WCW Hardcore Champion, the Milkman Maniac!
Milkman, now it should be mentioned, has had the hardest road to hoe here with the hardcore title, but Cody Rhodes, the first one to defend it 3 times. Digital Dogs then defends it 3 times. Milkman beats him, and now Milkman has just beaten Paul to defend that championship 3 times. So right now, tied for the most title defenses with Digital Dogs and Cody Rhodes. That means the next time he could actually break the record for most title defenses. So something that we want to keep an eye on. Very hard to hold on to that hardcore title because those matches just are so brutal. But Milkman able to tie the record here tonight. Now that brings us to the main event and the second time only that we have ever seen the Cruiserweight title, but it is going to be defended. If you remember, Ed could not be in the cruiserweight match because he was in a match for Wrestle Wars to move on. Team got absolutely decimated, but now getting his shot here tonight at JP for the title.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship.
So no special things, no crazy rules, one-on-one, gotta win by pin or submission inside the ring. Ed Cardozo now making his bid to try to win that Cruiserweight title belt. In the main event, the last match of the night. Moving forward, in our very next episode will be the conclusion of round 4 in Wrestle Wars. The winners of all those matches will move on to Battle Bowl 1. Just like in football, the Super Bowl, Battle Bowl 1 will conclude the Wrestle Wars. We will name a winner, and we will find out which team is exterminated, which team will go extinct. There's got to be winners and there's got to be losers in Wrestle Wars. We will find out if the Bikers continue on the men's side being a faction. A lot on the line. So you guys are getting to see the title belts come out live right now. Still time to vote, but as of right now, the one across his shoulder looks like that will be the Cruiserweight Championship moving forward. So if you guys want to vote, vote now. If you haven't voted already. Put it in the comments section. Put it in the chat section. Go on to our Discord. Put it in the general chat section right now. It is 3-2. The 3 being the gold version and the 2 being the other version.
Introducing the challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 202 pounds, Eddie Cardozo. And his opponent from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 193 pounds, the WCW Cruiserweight Champion and the WCW Cruiserweight Champion, JP.
Referee now taking the title belt, showing it to Ed, letting him know this is what is on the line here right now. Both titles not on the line. Right now, this is the winner. I'm assuming this is what it is going to be. So the brand new Cruiserweight Champion, JP, putting that title on the line here right now. Who will walk away the Cruiserweight Champion? We're about to find out. And it's funny, you can see now that we have a very defined cruiserweight division and a very defined lightweight and a very defined heavyweight and super heavyweight, even though we do have the tweeners of the heavies and the supers in there, you can see JP no longer one of the smaller guys. One of the smaller guys, but no longer looks like he's the smallest guy. So, is he going to come out on top here tonight, though? Is the Judgment Day going to retain one of the title belts that they've got? We'll find out today. We will find out today. Ed right now getting things turned around, trying to stay in control. But it's funny because, like, looking back, you watch D-Generation X 2.0 taking on Monsters Eclipse, the largest group, the largest faction on the planet, with the likes of Braun Strowman and two of the largest wrestlers in our federation, Brutus and Wade War Walters. And then The Fiend going up against two cruiserweights, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight. You know what I mean? Those guys absolutely getting dominated by that. JP, though, doesn't care about all of that was going on right now, trying to maintain. And we see JP, once he gets flying off these ropes, once he gets some of this other stuff going, it's typically all over but the crying. And starting to get on that kind of roll. Ed needing to find a way to stop it, needing to find a way to not let the champ absolutely take over and dominate this match. Looking right now like he might be getting something turned around. Takes Ed now puts him over into the corner. And once again, what is this? Oh, you didn't know? Grabs Ed now, rolls up the leg, one. And Ed still able to kick out in one. And now Ed split open. JP, though, going after him, staying on the offense. This is why, if you're wondering, like, hey, how did he win the Cruiserweight title? You can see right now, JP on another level. Going to be very hard to beat in this division. Kind of letting the hubris, though, get to him just a little bit right there. Kind of playing it up to the crowd. Ed trying to take advantage of it, but you can see why. He is so cocky, immediately gets a turn right back around and right back in control of the match. JP, again, not caring about a countout. Title belt cannot change hands, so the champions don't care if there's a countout or not a countout. But Ed absolutely needs to find a way to get back into this ring, to get JP back into the ring, to get it settled in the ring. Him over to the corner, grabs him, throws him now into the corner, delivering the knife edge chops. Blood, though, straight running down. Looks like right off of that hairline, running straight down. Ed now picking up JP. Oh, JP turning it back around, though. Has the shoulders hooked. And almost got out of here with the victory. Now taking it again off the springboard. And that's the thing you can't let him do. JP, the most dangerous inside the ring when he's allowed to have that springboard now. Finishing move from JP. This might be it. 1, 2, 3. And JP will retain the WCW Cruiserweight Championship.
Here is your winner, and still WCW Cruiserweight Champion, JP.
So JP looking like he's got a stranglehold on that Cruiserweight division. But that's the kind of stuff that gets going. You start winning the Cruiserweight title, you get back into the light heavyweight title, you get into the U.S. title, and you start putting these wins together. You start putting some of these title runs together. That's the thing that works you up that chain to get you into world title contention, a lot like Rey Mysterio did back in the day, like Eddie Guerrero did, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, some of these guys using the different title belts to work their way up in to world title contention. But guys, that is going to do it for us here today. Remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video, and remember, when you're out there today, try to find something to do. Be kind to yourself and be kind to one another, and we'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.